If you're looking for an example of true American excess, look no further than the Chrysler Chronos. In a world where cars are becoming more understated, more environmental and more ergonomic, this stands out like a sore thumb. And if its looks, which are dominated by these huge aluminium wheels that make up half the height of the car, take your breath away, then you won't be disappointed by the 6-litre V10 that lies under the bonnet. Coming from the country that created political correctness, the Chronos breaks every rule.
There is a Chrysler concept car that I'm sure you don't remember, that if I didn't work for Chrysler, I wouldn't remember. But it was done 45 years ago in 1953, and it was the Chrysler D'Elegance. And we did several cars in that general time frame, K310 and D'Elegance. But they were classically done cars. I mean, back in that era, in the 50s era, there was a classic front fender that came back and then a rear fender that took over for that and came back. And they were beautifully proportioned cars and beautifully executed cars. So we took that as inspiration and said, well, how would you do that in a contemporary form? And that's what this is. It was done by Osam Shikato, which is a designer that we got from Toyota about 4 years ago. And just did a wonderful amount of research and came up with this just magically proportioned car. Sure, it's a little larger than life. 21-inch wheels, I mean, that's pretty big.
Why not?
Humidor in the center, right?
Your team, Jack, was responsible for designing this stunning vehicle behind us. How do you go about designing a concept? I imagine it's very different, say, to setting up, designing something that's to go into production. Is it more exciting? Do you really have an open page to go at?
Oh, sure, and that's exactly right, an open page. There's no restrictions. It's a chance for a designer to just really do whatever he's always wanted to do. And if his design gets selected and it gets to this stage, it's pretty exciting. I mean,
is this actually your design, or is it the design of somebody within your team?
It's a fella in my team. His name is Osam Shikato, and he came from Toyota about 4 years ago. And it's kind of interesting that he'd pick up on something that is kind of inspired by the Ghia show cars of the 50s, the D'Elegance, which is a lot of American history to that. But he really captured the feel of that car in this in a very contemporary way.
Yeah, without a doubt, when you look at it, it's incredibly classic. The lines are very classic. But today's enthusiasts, they want the technology and the performance as well. So does it have that side too?
Well, that's right. That's right. I mean, it's not just a copy of a classic car. I mean, the wheels are bigger. It's a very substantial look to the car. The tires, the wheels in the back are 21-inch and 20s in the front. It's got a V10 6-liter engine in it, and so it's very contemporary in the drivetrain and that part of it.
I think it'd blow the cars of the 50s away, wouldn't it, really?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Leave them standing.
Yeah.
You seem to have paid incredible attention to detail on it just from looking around it. Could you tell me about some of the detailing?
Well, yes, I'm glad you noticed that. It's you do a car and you run out of time, and you still got to finish it, and that's really important for an icon type car like this. Is the attention to the details, and you just work at it. And like on the interior, we looked at watches for ideas for back dials and stuff like that for the gauges, and if you noticed the wheel centers on that. We thought, boy, it'd be really neat if those could just stay level while the car rolled along. We kind of joked about it, but it does that, you know.
When it rolled in, they really did stay level, didn't they?
Yes. I had my fingers crossed.
Did you breathe a big sigh of relief?
Yes, I did.